Hello all, today I'm going to be showing you a short video on my rig making setup, and I'm going to be showing you this just to give you an idea of how I make my rigs. So what I do is I will choose a door, and beside that door frame I set up a 39-inch wooden ruler. It can be any ruler, it can even be a tape measure if you like, but I've chosen this one. And then what you want to see here is I've got some green things at the top and like here, and I'll explain what they are. But these I've made out of from 3D printing, so that it will aid in my rig making process. So let's start from the very, very top. The first thing is this is where I would actually hang the rig from, and you can see here there's really not a lot to it. It's just simply 3D printed, screwed to the wall, as you can see there, and then from this I will actually hang my rig, as you can see there. It can be like a little V shape, you can see little V shape there, and I've got the ability to hold 4 rigs on there at the same time, or at least one rig and a few snood lengths. So this not only makes the whole entire rig length, but it also actually is for making the snood lengths. So for instance, this one here is aligned, go down, with the 18-inch block. So this 18-inch block is made so that dead opposite the 18-inch mark is the bottom where the actual hook is going to be. So when I count this as an 18-inch snood, I include the hook shank as well, all the way down to where the actual bait's going to be going down to. So that's my 18-inch one, and again you can see here it's very simple. It's just a little bit of resin, 3D printed, a little tiny area here, nice and smooth for the hook to go around. Then I can just pull this off. You see there, just pull this off, just stretch the line a little tiny bit, and then put it back on again like that, and that'll be my 18-inch snood. And I've got one there for a 12, and I've got one there for a 24 as well. Okay, that's a little bit down lower. There's a 24, and that's kind of how it looks when we back out there. See, they're different lengths. So that deals with the snood lengths. I also add a little sticker there, a little note for myself that 8 ruler lengths, rather than me going by measurement, I just go by ruler lengths. So 8 of these plus 10 inches would be to there, would be a shock leader length for my 13'6" rods. So if I quickly need to measure out a shock leader without having to thread it all the way through the rings of the rod, etc., and around the spool, I just measure out that, and then it will be the right length every time. And that is really it. So what I would typically do is I would get my snood made up to the length that I want. I would get my rig body with obviously the I'll just show you that. So we have our little swivel. That'll be a little swivel for the snoods anyway, and we have the bigger swivels for the actual rig body itself. Put that on there, and that's it really. I would measure it out, clip it, and then I would make it. And that is how I make my rigs, or what I make my rigs on, as you can see there. Quite simple as it needs to be, but it's really effective.